You're listening to the Cashology podcast by FNBO, a place dedicated to helping you become more financially savvy every day. It's a little like school, but your only homework is living your best financial life. I'm your host, Justin, and class is now in session. For the intro here, I thought I'd do something a little bit different and actually take the questions that some of our listeners have posted and kind of answer them, if you will, kind of live right now in the moment. I haven't rehearsed this. So I'll take some of the questions that you great listeners are asking and give you the answers that I think you deserve. So the first question, Justin, been listening to you for a very long time. Really joy to hear your sultry sound on my morning commute. Gotta know what kind of hair product you use. Hey, listener, I think this is a great question, and I'm very open about what I do. It's all natural. It's just in the genes. Call Levi because they want these genes. Hashtag blessed. Second question. Hey, Justin, what's your morning commute typically look like? About 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm not a morning person. I can tell you that much. Not a morning person. Justin, I can absolutely tell what kind of mascara do you use. Again, call Levi. It's in the genes, right? My eyelashes. Got them from my mama. Anyway, financial vision boards. That's what we're talking about today. I think there's a lot of value in visualizing your goals and crafting something that you can come back to on a regular basis and kind of keep yourself accountable for what you're saving money towards, what you're striving to come to fruition. And so in this episode, I'm joined by Carrie Mallory, and Carrie was an absolute pleasure to have on the episode. Carrie has been at the bank since January of 2022, and although that may sound like a short stint, a short period of time, Carrie has a plethora of experience in the retail banking world, going on 25 plus. And so the few seconds just starting the conversation, I could tell Carrie knew what she was talking about. And more importantly, I could tell Carrie was passionate about what she was talking about. So I know you just took time off, right? Did you go to Minneapolis? Is that what you guys did?
I did. I
Yes.
went to Minneapolis with a girlfriend and definitely supported their local economy.
I love that, yeah.
And then headed back down there next week to watch for the Minnesota and Nebraska game. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be so much
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited.
Yeah. Did you spend the entire week
Yeah.
in Minneapolis?
No, just a couple days. Went down on a Sunday and came back on a Wednesday. Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah, that's a really good time. Good job. Yeah, I was just in Minneapolis for a wedding, and I love Minneapolis in some way. It's like, because I had to look it up. We're like, Omaha and Minneapolis are similar in size, and it's just so different. Like, Minneapolis is so dense. Like, that's the only way I can think of. Like, there's just so much in like a city block.
And a small, exactly that.
Yeah.
The small, like you said, city block, but the number of living that they have in that small area. So like all the high rises and so it's a lot of people in a small area. Like, oh my gosh. And then just the headquarters to some companies that I didn't know are there. And it is. It's interesting.
All right. So Carrie, you are in our branch locations, right? You're a branch manager. Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm currently a branch manager at the location at 144th and Dodge out in West Omaha by the business park. Okay. And then I also manage a new division that they have called Concierge Banking.
Ooh, what's that about?
We are a partnership to all of the private wealth reserve clients and all of their like private bankers, relationship managers are mostly kind of in the Colorado, Illinois, Omaha area at the business park. And I manage the employees that kind of support all of their clients for ultra high net worth people.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So how long have you been at the bank?
So I've been with First National Bank since January of 2022. But before that, I was with another financial institution for my entire career for 27 years. So.
Oh, very nice. So then it sounds like, right, just based on your experience, you've probably had a lot of just helping people navigate their finances in some way, right?
A lot of relationship building. Absolutely. Yep.
Love it. Yeah. And so I think that segues brilliantly into our topic for this episode, creating a financial vision board and helping folks kind of like navigate that through a goal of kind of seeing what you're kind of aiming for, what you're saving for.
Yeah.
And so I guess to kind of just like start this off, vision boards aren't just for like visual dreamers, are they?
No, goodness, not at all. A vision board can be a tool that a lot of people actually use to visualize their success. There's a lot of concrete reasons as to why people find that they work. There was actually a recent study that showed that 1 in 5 small business owners actually use these vision boards. They use them by trying to inspire not only themselves, but their employees, their coworkers, everybody around them to actually achieve and hit their goals. There's kind of this belief by what you see, what's in front of you. People write things down. That's how to-do lists became to be. You see it, you do it. And that's kind of how these vision boards were created. And so it gives you the opportunity to visualize the potential future, the potential success around what you're putting down as these goals for yourself. Using these vision boards help them remind themselves to actually take action behind those goals kind of on a daily basis, because it's right there out in front of you as a constant reminder. Oh yeah, I'm still working towards that goal. And the pictures, rather than words on a list, actually trigger the brain, and it helps create an emotional connection to that. So then obviously people are a lot more motivated behind emotions and something they're passionate about. So these pictures are giving them an option to see it, and then it creates a belief that it's going to happen. With a vision board, seeing is becoming.
Oh man, I really love that. And I can kind of relate to this visual aspect of when I'm very much into coffee. So coffee is just my life.
Yes, amen.
And when I see a new coffee gadget, a new whatever it might be, new coffee beans, it's like, oh, this is what it's all about. Like, this is what I've been saving for. Mm-hmm. And so kind of like what you're talking about is like even like a higher level view, like that 50,000 foot view of, I think I tend to be a lot more narrow in my thinking. And so being able to step back and like, here's actually everything we're planning for. I really like that. I think that visual nature can resonate with a lot of people seeing the bigger picture. And so like with that, how do we put together a financial vision board? Where would we start?
It sounds, big and fancy, but actually when you break it down, it's super easy. And in retail banking, this is something we like to talk to a lot of clients about, because with relationship building, when we get to start with a young couple that comes in, they're moving their, relationship to First National Bank, we get to open up conversation to them. What are you looking for in a bank? Here's what, we can help you with. Here's how we can offer you that with these services, these products. And then we get to dive into, tell me about your goals. Where do you guys want to go in life? What are you saving money for? What do you want to do when you retire? Just all those kind of things. And with that, once we go down that road with them, we can say, that's awesome. You guys just got married. I understand you want to save for a house. Have you ever thought of creating a vision board? Go out there, find your dream house, whether you like to do it digitally, whether you like to do it on Canva, however you want to do it, but make it a physical vision board, something you can see. And then we'll recommend to them use large pieces of cardboard to hold all of the images on. And again, start with something large, because we're going to start big and we're going to break this down small. Either way, start with a big selection of those images. Kind of suggest maybe 30, 40. You can find these in magazines. You can find them online. You can print them out. It can literally be anything. Anything that's going to trigger something in your brain to really motivate you to want to work towards those goals on a daily basis. That way, your daily behaviors are helping you reach those goals. As long as they resonate with you in some way, it literally doesn't matter what you put on there. It can be nature, it can be lifestyle, people, food, sports. And again, you're not going to use them all, but you have to start somewhere.
Yes, it's very much a roadmap. The images help you visualize where you want to be financially.
100%. And finances can get lost in the shuffle, and especially these days, as if you're paying high credit card balances and the interest is eating up all of that payment, or, if you're lucky enough that you've got a lot of money sitting in a savings account, even a small amount, that interest you're earning can be something towards your goal. So even when you create this financial visual board, you're going to change it constantly around how your finances change as well. So you can adjust to it, adjust to what's going on in your life.
So I think it sounds like we've narrowed down the images we need to have, things that align with our goals financially. We get a large piece of cardboard and we put everything on there. Are they arranged in any way, or is it just a hodgepodge of pictures?
Excellent question. Here's how we recommend you do it. Take your board, divide your surface into 4 equally sized rectangles. Arrange them by time, again, shorter on the left, longer on the right, and by cost, significant on the top and the less costly on the bottom. Goals visualized in the top half are going to require saving some significant money. Goals visualized in the bottom are going to require little money. Then do some organizing of the images. In the left side rectangles, put things you want to accomplish kind of in the next 5 years. And again, make that time frame work for you. In the right side rectangles, put things may take more than 5 years. So in the end, we are going to end up with 4 quadrants on your financial vision board.
Alrighty, I think I'm starting to visualize this just a little bit in my head. And so once we have those quadrants kind of set up where we might place our pictures, then we turn to our art and craft skills.
Yeah, 100%. This is where I kind of turn to other people to kind of help me out. It's okay to utilize your resources, however you need to do that. I love putting things together based on other people's ideas sometimes. So with that, attach the images to the board no matter how you might get them. You can use Scotch tape, glue, something that's going to stick well so it doesn't fall off. Because remember, we want to visualize it. If it falls off, it's forgotten. Mm-hmm. Don't let these goals be forgotten, because the value lies in looking at it every single day. Now, one could argue you could make it online, make it your screen image on your phone, because unfortunately we've always got that in the palm of our hand. So, that might be, maybe there's a way to make that interactive as you can, change that. But again, a room that you visit daily, kind of in a private area as well, this is your personal financial visual board, not somebody else's. So every time you're using your computer, or whatever room you walk into, it's there. It's a constant reminder.
Yes, being able to see that ultimately the goal there is to stay focused and keep your goals in mind.
Yes, absolutely. You can do a vision board actually for every aspect of your life, work and personal. But as you look at your financial vision board, keep asking, what would it feel like to actually accomplish these goals? Think back to other goals you've accomplished and that feeling, and let yourself strive for that feeling again. Images and the feelings that they evoke are extremely powerful tools. Creating our future begins in our head. So put your vision board again somewhere where every day you're going to see it, and revisit it, remake it, tweak it. If you have to, every day, every week, at least a minimum every year. Life happens, life changes, our finances change. It can be more effective than a spreadsheet or a to-do list because, again, it taps in to our emotions about the things we're passionate about.
I love that. And, this is, I think, really motivated me. I think I have some goals that have just fallen off my own radar. And so I think this has put like a nice little spark to put something on a board, keep it there, and hold myself accountable somewhere where I can see it every day. So I really appreciate all the insight and everything you brought, Carrie. And so hopefully if our guests did too, it sounds like at FNBO and some of our branch locations, this is the type of thing we help customers with all the time. So if somebody listening to this has resonated with what you said, wants to get a hold of you, how can they go about doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. They can either give me a call on my direct phone in my office at 602-1561, or they can always email me at kmallory@fnbo.com.
Wonderful. We'll make sure we get your contact information down in our notes. So, Carrie, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate having this conversation with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Justin.
Yeah. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Podcasts are for informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations. When making decisions about your financial situation, consult a financial professional for advice. Podcasts are not regularly updated and information may become outdated. Deposit products are offered by First National Bank of Omaha, member FDIC. Investment products are not FDIC insured, not a deposit or other obligation of the bank, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may lose value. The Cashology Podcast, copyright First National Bank of Omaha.